welcome back to Digging Georgia. Got another update right after this update I'm putting up. So I got a lot of updates. But got a little concern in my garden still, and I'll show you here in a second. But other than that, so everything's growing pretty good. As you can tell, the squash has gotten bigger. The cucumbers are still hanging in there. Butternut squash and everything. Guess I'll go ahead and do a little quick walkthrough. Well, here's my cucumbers. Had to do a lot of pruning on the leaves because it's getting all these splotchiness, stuff like that on there. Had to take one out a few days ago because look at this. Maybe just having their time, but I still got some good growth on this side. But in my other cucumbers, I'm also getting this kind of stuff as well. I don't know if it's blight or I don't know. It ain't bugs. There ain't nothing on there. And I don't see any eggs or anything. Can't tell. But it's been doing that for a while. And the cucumbers finally died. That vine finally died off. But these, as you can tell, are still producing on this side. Not even sprayed them. I'm about to spray them down again since that rain yesterday. I'm gonna spray them down again with the soap bug deterrent kind of thing. Keeps the bugs off. Soapy stuff. Dawn this liquid in a gallon of water kind of deal. But my lemon cucumbers, actually some of them popped up over here too. I planted in the area where I pulled out a couple of my cucumbers, but I got some more coming up. Lemon cucumbers look like they're having a hard time. I don't know, it look kind of probably all right. I think I might have some watermelon seeds growing around this place because my compost had some watermelon in there. But since they're growing, I'm gonna let them continue with the production there. Hope they got some more leaf growth. I'm hoping. If not, they're gonna toast. But my lemon cucumbers on this side, see, they all got all these splotchiness, little dots on them and stuff. And this happens overnight. I want to spray them down or something. That little tiny bug, but I don't think it's doing anything. But it can't be bugs because it's happening so fast. I can clip a leaf and it's back. They're all back to this. I even clipped them this morning. Same thing with my cucumbers over here, my bush cucumbers. This stuff. There's nothing underneath them. They all look like that. It's overnight. I don't know if it's blight or not. See how crispy that is? That's just overnight kind of deal. Everything else, besides, my butternut squash, I don't really see anything affecting them. They're nice and green. And definitely not the peas over here. I'm starting to turn more of them. But yesterday I made a chopped up smoker, had a handful of these peas growing up. Starting to bud up here also, which is nice. That's the vining one, Dan, if you see this. That's what it look like when they vine up, man. You get more on the vine also. But I cooked up some okra and the peas and some butter, salt and pepper in the water. Cooked about 20 minutes on that. That was some good eating right there. Good little snack. Wasn't much, but it was good enough. My round squash right there and my zucchini, straight neck zucchini, is starting to bloom. As you can tell, they done closed up for the day. Round squash still got a little bit to go, but I had to remove a few of my round squash and a couple of my zucchini. See, I had to reduce this one down to 1 because they had 2 of them had the squash borer worm in them, and that's pretty bad. That's like an early start. That's too early right there for a squash borer eating up on the plant. So I'm gonna have to figure out something, look up something on here on the tube to see what I can do about them things, because I do not want my squash to be ate up. Hoping there ain't one right there. Hoping, because I really want to see these zucchini proceed and growing and making them round zucchini. Everything looks well. Got the flowers in there. See how I got this tomato cages? They're keeping my leaves off the ground. That's the neat thing about this stuff. Keeping up the leaves and being on the ground to attract little bugs and all that. So once they get bigger, I can pull them up, prune them, let them do their thing. Corn that I planted from my own seeds from my last growth it's coming up pretty decent. I'm going to have to thin them out probably, or they're going to be fighting each other like them two right there, laying down on the job. I'm probably going to take them out anyway. Dog probably ran over them. Got my turnips getting bigger. I'm probably going to have to thin them out. Maybe not, I don't know. I'll take out the weak ones, leave the big ones up. Same thing about my radishes. I'm not even going to thin them out. They're growing pretty decent. 3 different types of radishes. Nothing's really chomping on them. Just a couple little flies on there, but I should be starting to do bulbs here in a few days. Once the bulbs are complete, it'll be ready. Sunflower and the experimental hay bale, whatever's left of my hay bales. I'm planting some cilantro down here. They haven't even grown yet. And then I think I just got a bad batch of cilantro, because I ain't hardly none of them coming up. I don't think this is even cilantro right here. I could be wrong. I don't know. I never seen cilantro growing. It could be. It might not be. I don't know. It don't look like a weed right there. I don't know what it is. My shishito, man. Look at this thing. How many peppers under there? I might cook them up today. 4 nice sized ones growing under there. And it's green as all can get. My yellow pepper's starting to make more peppers again. All over the place. All these turn green again when I put the mixture with the... It all started with the mulch, hay, and grass clippings. And probably a couple times I did the Epsom salt with water. Jalapenos are blooming again. Okra. These are the longest lasting flowers I've seen all day, man. It must like this heat. I done pulled some off today. It's little smaller ones. I didn't want to get too big. The smaller ones are just right. So in another day or so, I'll pull some more off. And these little cherry tomatoes, I'm kind of leaving them as a sacrificial type plant, because they're kind of attracting whatever's out here, like the stink bugs, little orange bugs. So I'm just leaving them up there as a, decoy. Maybe they come to these plants, which say they have, chomp them down on them. If they get too out of hand, I'll go ahead and just take them out, do something to them. I don't know. Peanuts. looking bushy. A few months they'll be ready. I'll bring them up when the farmers start bringing their peanuts up, probably around late September, mid-October. The okra plants, man, I just trimmed some dead leaves off them off the day. Not dead ones, but you know, prune them up so they grow some more. They're kind of behind on the growth, but they've been with me since the beginning of the garden. If y'all follow my videos, you'll see the beginning of my garden where this thing is nothing but bare dirt. My watermelon, it took a toll. Had to get rid of them. Well, whatever's left here is they gotten green again, but a few vines died out, and with that a couple of my watermelon died too, and they started splitting with the heat. I threw them back there in the back because I had a nice size one. Went to go cut and the worm was poking out the rind of it, so we didn't take that one too well. We just chunked him in the trash, compost bin. I want to reduce this little. Hear that thing? That's Dan's. It's drying out a lot better. Looking kind of dingier since it's outside. This is what it's going to do anyway. The bamboo. But I got to shrink this one. I'll probably do that today. That's what you got to do. You got to shrink them because this one's just right. This one picks up on any kind of wind, and this one's just too big. But the garden is booming again. You got little faults here and there with the spotting of the leaves and the squash bollworms. I'm hoping I took care of that problem for now, but if I didn't, I'll surely know about it. I'll be checking on them. I'm gonna have to get some probably 7 dust or something to put on them. And like I said about cilantro, I don't know if that's cilantro blooming down there or sprouting, but it should have been up a long time ago. The beets came up, starting to come up a little more. Let me find them down there. They're kind of small. They're right here, right there. Got a couple more up the line. Put a lot of new hay in the garden. I'll probably put some there also. So when I put pole beans or whatever there, it'll be moist and ready. I went ahead and did, you know, all between my stuff, turnips and radishes, I put the hay down there. It's been doing pretty good. Keeping out some of the weeds. I mean, we got some weeds around the bottom down here because they're exposed, but I pulled them later. But I'd rather pull a little bit of weeds than a whole bunch of weeds. Clip these old marigolds. We had a little rain last night and the wind was kind of bad for a little bit and a little heavy, so bent some of my stuff. If you ever want your own marigold seeds, here they are right here. This is the bloom itself. What you do, let's dry it out now, but what you do, focus on it. These right here is the seeds. You pull them out, or you can open up the bulb itself and sprinkle your seeds down there. So what I'll do is take these bulbs off, dry them out, and it's just a reoccurring process. So you just keep on planting seeds. Once the marigold bulb dies, that's where the seeds are at. They're kind of the easiest flower to plant. All you got to do is just rake a little soil back with the garden rake, sprinkle your seeds in there, cover it back up lightly, and you got some marigolds coming up in a few days. Well, not a few days, but unless you're in a greenhouse, maybe a few weeks. Thought I seen another bulb around here. Thought I did. Guess not. But that's how you do the marigolds. I'll leave them there to. I'll put them in here. How about that? Let them dry out. They don't smell too pleasant. They got a unique scent to them, but they're all right. Then again, that's the garden for today. I plan on doing a collard green section here shortly. If I do buy seeds, I'm gonna have to do it soon. If I do it by set-ins, I can wait another to September or so, which ain't too bad. Thanks for coming by and walking around the garden with me. Till next time, see what happens on the next go around with these little spots on my leaves. I hate that, man. I hate that stuff. You got these things growing, you watch them every day and you see the junk. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if it's bugs, nutrients, virus, whatever you want to call it. But sometimes you gotta, if you're doing a garden like this, I'm kind of like a whatever happens kind of person. If I can do it without trying to buy something to do it, then I'll do it that way. But if I can't, I don't know. Instead of planting another seed. We got plenty of time down here. Plenty of heat, plenty of germination time. Squash and everything's pretty strong seeds that come up quick. It's the same thing with cucumbers. They germinate pretty quick down here. There ain't really nothing to worry about. But thanks for coming by and have a nice afternoon.